As a Christian who follows Jesus, it's essential to examine the role of vaccines in our lives and whether they align with our faith. While vaccines have been touted as a crucial tool in preventing the spread of diseases, many Christians are beginning to question their necessity. In this essay, we'll explore the reasons why vaccines may be unnecessary for Christians who follow Jesus. First and foremost, it's essential to understand that faith and medicine are not mutually exclusive. As Christians, we believe in the power of prayer and the healing that can come from it. In the Bible, Jesus healed countless people through his divine power, demonstrating that he is the ultimate healer. When we put our trust in Jesus, we can have confidence that he will protect us from harm, including diseases. This is not to say that we should never seek medical attention, but rather that we should prioritize our faith and trust in God's sovereignty. Another reason why vaccines may be unnecessary for Christians is that they can be seen as a form of lack of trust in God's provision. When we rely on vaccines to protect us from diseases, we may be inadvertently saying that we don't trust God to keep us safe. This mindset can be detrimental to our faith, as it can lead us to rely more on human solutions than on God's power. By choosing not to vaccinate, Christians can demonstrate their trust in God's ability to protect them, even in the face of diseases. Furthermore, vaccines have been linked to various health risks, including autoimmune disorders, neurological damage, and even death. While these risks are rare, they are still a concern for many Christians who prioritize their health and well-being. Instead of relying on vaccines, Christians can focus on building their immune systems through natural means such as healthy eating, exercise, and stress management. This approach not only reduces the risk of adverse reactions but also promotes overall wellness and wholeness. Additionally, the biblical principle of bodily autonomy is another reason why vaccines may be unnecessary for Christians. As believers, we are called to be good stewards of our bodies, which are temples of the Holy Spirit. When we choose to vaccinate, we may be compromising our bodily autonomy and allowing external substances to be introduced into our bodies. By choosing not to vaccinate, Christians can maintain control over their bodies and make informed decisions about what they put into them. It's also worth noting that the vaccine industry is a multi-billion-dollar market, driven by profit rather than a genuine concern for public health. Many vaccines are manufactured by companies that prioritize their bottom line over the well-being of individuals. As Christians, we are called to be discerning and critical of the systems and institutions that shape our world. By choosing not to vaccinate, we can avoid supporting an industry that may not align with our values and principles. Some may argue that not vaccinating puts others at risk, particularly those who are immunocompromised or unable to receive vaccines. However, this argument assumes that vaccines are 100% effective, which is not the case. In reality, vaccines can fail to provide adequate protection, and vaccinated individuals can still contract and spread diseases. Moreover, the concept of herd immunity is often cited as a reason to vaccinate, but this idea is based on a flawed assumption that a certain percentage of the population must be vaccinated to protect the vulnerable. In reality, herd immunity is a complex and multifaceted concept that cannot be reduced to a simple vaccination rate. In conclusion, while vaccines may be seen as a necessary tool in preventing the spread of diseases, they may not be necessary for Christians who follow Jesus. By prioritizing our faith, trusting in God's sovereignty, and promoting natural health and wellness, we can maintain our bodily autonomy and avoid supporting an industry that may not align with our values. Ultimately, as Christians, we must seek to honor God with our bodies and make informed decisions that reflect our faith and values. By choosing not to vaccinate, we can demonstrate our trust in God's power and provision, even in the face of uncertainty and risk.